Well, look who it is.
Me again.
How are you, brother?
I'm good. I literally just landed back from Vegas a few hours ago, so sorry if I look a bit rough. I've just had a big weekend for EDC, which was absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm buzzing, man. It was a great experience.
I saw that, and we're going to be talking about that coming up, about how exhausted we both are, because I was there too.
Oh man, how good was it though? That's the biggest festival I've ever seen in my life. I was blown away by it.
Yeah, this was my first EDC Las Vegas, and looking down on it from the artist area was insane, like mind-blowing.
I went out to the balcony and it just went on and on. There was so many stages, and I just thought, like, how is this even possible? how's this even happened? So yeah, I was blown away by it. I'm just so glad that I was involved in it, and hopefully I'll be back next year to do it all over again.
Now, Joe Corry, is this your 7th number one?
Number 7, and you know what? 7 is my lucky number.
Is it really?
Well, it really is.
Well, that's awesome that we can celebrate this. Welcome back to America's Dance 30. It's great to see you.
It's great to see you as always. Thank you for having me on. And yeah, we were just chatting before this. Like I said, I just got back from Vegas, literally landed a few hours ago, had the best weekend ever at EDC. So I feel on top of the world right now.
Well, we're going to talk about that coming up because both of us are dead right now. But we were also chatting about how disappointed I was that I didn't get to see you when you were in town playing. Now, I'm even more disappointed because we were staying at literally the same hotel in Vegas.
Oh, I didn't even... You know what it's like sometimes? It's always rushing about and so much going on. We need to plan things better next time. Like...
We're the worst planners. I know you've got people, but I definitely need people now.
Listen, I promise next time we're both in the same area, we are going to get some arrangements put in place so we can properly hang out.
That sounds good. Well, congratulations on your 7th number one. What would you do with David Guetta and Bryson Tiller going number one? That is so incredible.
Yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. And this is my second collaboration with David Guetta. My first one was my track Bed with Ray. And, since then, me and David have struck up such a good relationship, a good friendship. He's invited me to play with him out in Ibiza in the summer, which I'm really looking forward to. Bryson Tiller jumping on the tune as well, killing the vocal. And this is Bryson's first ever dance record. So I feel honoured that he chose to do that with us. And I'm just, this tune means a lot to me. And I'm just glad that it's out there and people are loving it.
And now, since it's gone number one and the song has been out for a few months, and yeah, Bryson Tiller absolutely killed it. But can we talk about the demo of it? Are we allowed to?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And who might have been on the song?
I was actually working on What Would You Do for like over a year. And so this one was a real long process. And like with any records, if you listen back to version 1, it sounds like a totally different song. And I actually did that the other day. I was going back through the old versions of it, and it's crazy, like actually how many different versions we had. And we had a lot of people like cut it and try it out, but it wasn't until Bryson came along and absolutely nailed it that it really felt like it came together. And you know what, it's been great getting to know him as well. What a lovely guy. He's the coolest guy I've ever met. Like, if you think you're cool, you don't know about cool until you meet Bryson. All right.
Well, thanks a lot, Joel. Why don't you knock me down a little bit here?
No, don't worry. You're nearly as cool as Bryson. Don't worry.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, speaking of cool, let's talk about your summer tour. You are going to be playing shows pretty much almost every day for 4 months.
Oh no, it's going to be a big summer. It's this is what it's all about. I've been DJing since I was a teenager. It's my big passion in life, and I love touring. So now I've got the opportunity to do that around the world. I'm the sort of person that will say yes to everything. and yeah, we've got some massive shows coming up, lots of traveling. And, after 2 years of basically having no shows and being in lockdown, this is the year where it's like gone crazy, and I'm just there saying yes to everything.
Well, we were talking about EDC Vegas, and you talking about traveling. God, I'm just trying to put my mind onto what I did over the weekend. I was at EDC Vegas until I want to say 2:30 in the morning. Got back to the hotel at 4, slept for 2 hours, hopped a flight in the morning, got back home at night, and went back to work the next morning. And I was dead. How do you do it?
That's a big shift, by the way. So well done to you on that. Do you know what? It is tough. I'm not going to lie. Like, it is really tough. But I do feel a lot of it is like in my mind. I try and just stay really positive and just keep reminding myself how lucky I am to do what I do and just sort of feed off my own positive energy. I do really think the moment you start telling yourself that you're tired and you're run down, that's when it starts hitting you. So I kind of just, look after myself as well. I make sure I eat healthy on the road and I keep my gym up, and I don't party too hard, is the honest truth as well, because that really does have a big effect if you're sort of drinking alcohol every night and staying up really late. So, you've got to kind of be sensible and make good decisions. And like I said, I'm just so lucky to do what I do. And I keep reminding myself that, and just that positive energy just seems to get me always through it.
Yeah, I was not making positive decisions when I was in Vegas. I'll just say that right now. Now, I know your tour is going to be absolutely amazing, but let's talk about September 26th, which is, as of right now, the day after your last show on the schedule. What do you have planned for that day when the tour is done?
I think we just got another booking coming for that day, actually.
So it's never going to end.
It's endless. I promise you. It's endless. Like, if I actually do want to take some time off touring, I kind of need to like really pre-book it in advance. So I might take like a week off in January.
In January. And you're talking about January 2024, of course, right? Because
yeah, exactly, yeah. I need to book off 2 years in advance.
Now, let's talk about touring really quick, because when I was getting ready to leave for the airport in the morning, we actually saw Deadmau5 wandering around the hotel lobby when he had just gotten done playing the K5 show until like 2:00 in the morning the night before. Is it tough going from playing in front of 100,000 people to then back to real life?
Yeah, it is. It's a weird feeling sometimes, because you have these huge, like, big adrenaline rushes, and it's like these huge high moments, and you prepare so much for these sets, and then suddenly it happens, and then it's over, and you might then just be like, back at the hotel on your own in your hotel room, and you're kind of just trying to take in what just happened. But it's a great feeling. I love it. I love having that downtime sometimes just to reflect, and then you go again, and it never ends anyway. So the minute that you have that moment to yourself, the next day you're back on the road anyway. But it is strange sometimes how you have these big highs and then kind of have to come down again.
And I will say one thing that you're great about, I saw in your stories that you were in the gym at Resorts World, which is awesome. I was trying to do that in Vegas, but that did not happen at all.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
It's really important for me, actually. I always make getting my workout in a big priority, and it's obviously has the physical benefits, but for me it's also a massive mental benefit. I really feel like I can stay on point, and I'm really myself when I'm in a good exercise routine. And that during lockdown, when the gym's closed, that really affected me. Like, it even affected my productivity in the studio. When I sort of lost my routine, I realized back then how much exercise really does help me across all aspects of my life. So I always make it a priority, and that's my way of kind of keeping myself in check.
And I completely understand. I think we've discussed this before. Actually, just recently I had back surgery, and I wasn't able to work out for like 2 weeks. And those 2 weeks, I was completely off. Like, I just did not feel right. Yeah,
it's honestly, like, sometimes, right, I'll fly somewhere and I'll be on pretty low sleep, and I'll get to the hotel room and I'll just be feeling a bit groggy, and I'll be like, I'll have to literally drag myself to the gym. But the moment I'm in there and I'm exercising and have my workout, I suddenly feel alive again. And then I'm like back at the hotel after, getting my tunes ready, buzzing. And it's just so crazy that like literally just exercise can do that to me.
Plus, I don't know if you do this, but I live off of pre-workout because I'm up at 5 a.m. working out, and that definitely helps a lot.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. I think it's exercise. It's probably the pre-workout.
Don't act like it's all you. You know it's the pre-workout. I'm on that pre-workout, and all of a sudden I'm on socials like...
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on the 7th number 1 with What Would You Do with Guetta and Bryson Tiller. Have you planned yet what you're going to do for your 10th number 1 celebration?
Oh, do you know what? I never like to tempt fate, though.
Well, let's knock on wood that you're going to hit 10, and we need to plan a big celebration for that.
Mate, hopefully we can be together when that happens and we can go and celebrate together. That would be my ideal way of celebrating it.
That sounds good. Well, Joel Corry, besides the summer tour, what is next for you?
Well, I might have something coming soon, actually, man. I've been working hard in the studio. I don't want to give it away yet, but it's a collaboration that I think that people want badly, and I'm super excited about it. And if you've been checking my socials recently, you might have got a hint of who it might be with.
Son of a bitch. I just checked your stories, but you tagged like 10 people in it, so I don't know which one of them.
Well, I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not going to say any more. But I promise you I'm going to send it to you early. But yeah, I'm really excited about what I've got coming next. And apart from that, man, like you said, just ready for a huge summer. It's going to be my biggest summer of my life. And I'm just in the zone and ready to go.
Well, it's awesome seeing you now, and it's awesome seeing everything that's happening for you, Joel Corry. Thank you for your time, as always, on America's Dance 30.
Thanks for having me, man. It's great to speak again, and I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
Dude, I can't believe... When I saw you at the gym at Resorts World, I'm like, oh, son of a bitch! I was in that hotel. So was Brittany, by the way. Did you know that Brittany was staying there last weekend?
No.
Yeah.
I need to know these details, bro. You need to...
I know.
You need to let me know what's going on.
Well, she was in the, I want to say it was like $15,000 a night suites, right, when I was in like the $100 a night area.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't in the $15,000 a night suite.
That's why we didn't run into Brittany. Joel, great seeing you, man. I greatly appreciate the time.
No, of course, man, always. And yeah, stay in touch, and I'm going to send you that new tune soon, all right? I'm going to get it to you early.
All right, take care.
All right, big up.